Alrighty, so I'm here to talk about why I believe students under the age of 18 should be able to drop out, right? So first off, let's start with saying we all know that when we're forced to do something that we don't want to do, we're not going to do it well, we're not going to be motivated, and we're going to be miserable. People struggle in high school. I struggled in high school. There were times where I actually really wanted to drop out just because it was hard. Wasn't really serious about it, but there are students out there that they want to drop out, but because of the way the system works or whatever, because they're under 18, they just can't do it. I truly believe when you give them the option, they won't actually take it. You know, when we're not able to grab something or obtain it, we want it even more. You know what I'm saying? And so when we can't get things that we can't have, we want to grab it more. So I'm saying when we give them the opportunity, I feel like they're actually not going to want to do it. Like, oh, man, I wish I could drop out. Well, then do it. See exactly what I'm saying. And so I knew individuals at my school, they just didn't show up to class. And, because they were forced to be there, they're like, hey, you need to go to school. They just didn't do it. There were programs that we actually had counselors and teachers. They would, make phone calls. They would do so much time and effort spent on trying to get that individual to come to class. Didn't work. And so I believe that to save all that time and energy spent, just give them the option. If they want to drop out, let them drop out. Because let's be real, growing up, we all know that student that was a distraction in class, was negative all the time, caused issues, put so much stress on the teacher because the teacher was constantly having to get on them like, hey, do your work. I don't want to do my work. Boom. If you allow them to drop out, you then get rid of that interference in the learning environment, which then produces better students because there's not that distraction or anything like that. And let's also talk about how I feel like personally there would be a lot less fighting at home. A lot of students they get into these arguments with their parents, and they it leads towards depression almost. It may be a stretch, but there's conflict with the parents and the student. The parents are just like, you have to go to school. And it makes the student miserable because they can't do anything about it. We get stressed out over a lack of a control of a situation. And I feel like it would reduce stress, maybe a little bit of depression. And like I said before, I feel like it would actually eliminate the want or desire to actually drop out. So I believe when you give students the opportunity to drop out of school under the age of 18, it will actually reduce the dropout rate and it will produce a better learning environment overall.